everyone. Welcome to the Golden Ratio podcast. I am Jen, GR Mom, joined as always by GR Dad.
Hi.
How's it going, GR Dad?
Pretty good. Spoiler alert, or, content trigger warning. We're going to talk about some sad things today.
Yep. But first, our cocktail of the week last week was the Malort Spritz. And someone, and let me see if I wrote down their name, a wonderful friend of the squad from the Chicagoland area let us know that you can order the Malort Spritz, Karen, friend of squad Karen, and they can ship it. And so I ordered some, and I paid a ridiculous amount of money to have it shipped here. Like $20 in shipping.
That's ridiculous.
For a 4-pack. But whatever, I wanted it. So now I've got one glass of it, so I'm going to take a taste, and I will withhold comment, and then I'll let you have a taste, and we'll discuss.
Should I look at your face or not? Looking at her face, she's controlling herself.
We got it on ice. So.
Which is, weak.
It's a frizzy little spritz. It should be cold. I think it's nice.
Oh, it tastes like a grapefruit and Malort. Is that what it is?
Let's see. Spritz made with Malort liqueur, grapefruit, hibiscus, and lime.
Yeah. I get the grapefruit helps the Malort.
Mm-hmm.
It's still kind of a nasty drink, but let's be honest. But compared to a Malort, it's better.
But if you went and had a Campari and soda, this isn't worse than that.
It's totally in that direction. It's like a bitters. Yeah. Yeah,
but it's good. It's sweet.
This tastes more like a commercial drink, Campari, a more familiar drink. Malort without the spritz has some very mysterious and bad flavors. Yeah. This takes some of those out of there. Oh. So good. It's a good thing. Do you want some more?
No, you can have that.
Pound it.
Go. You want the can?
You've got class tonight. Poundable? I don't have class tonight. No, I'm drinking everything. Anything you leave open. Mm-hmm. What do you call me?
A completionist?
Yes. And I feel like it's bad and I should object, but I think it's accurate.
It's very accurate.
If there are things that are half empty or half used up or left over, man, is it my priority to finish those up first.
Sometimes it'll be we've kind of been having snacks all day, so we're not really hungry for dinner. And I'll be like, what do you want for dinner? And Ingo's just like, well, let's just have some snacks or whatever's around. And I'm like, that's fine. And, then it's 7 p.m. I'm like, what are you going to have to eat tonight? And he's like, well, I'm just going to see whatever there is to finish. That's the goal. I have an appetite to finish something.
If there's and it just ends up being very, very random. If there's a couple of watermelon things in the fridge, I'll eat those. If there's half an apple left, I'll eat that. If you've been cutting up broccoli and there's crumbs left on the bed.
Anything I leave on the counter.
I'll do that. If I can't give it to the dogs, I'm eating it myself.
Last week, we had some fresh pasta in the fridge, and I was like, maybe it was when I made the noodles, but I made kind of a variation on mac and cheese. I made a cheese sauce from scratch.
Oh, yeah. And that was good.
And boiled some noodles, and I think I made some broccoli, and so we had broccoli and noodles and cheese sauce, and I used 2/3 of the cheese sauce on the noodles, which was plenty. They had a lot of sauce on them, and I left the pan with the other third of it on there, and then Ingo just ate the rest of the cheese sauce for dessert.
It was also good, but it also it became important to me to finish it.
Yeah.
It would have been good the next day or in a different load of pasta, but I don't know.
Yeah, you didn't make more noodles. You just ate the sauce.
Yeah, and it's not just leftovers. It's probably leftovers, but anything else, if there's a few left in a box of something, I will try to use those up.
The problem is, if there's a third of a box left, sometimes that's achievable.
That's right. This is the drinking game in Germany, right? Not the person who finishes the pitcher has to buy a new one, but the second last person has to buy a new one.
Yep.
So the key is to leave too much in there so they finish it so they don't have to pay for it, but then it's actually too much for them to stay sober.
Or the goal is to simply finish it, even if it's a big amount left.
Yeah, that's it. But that makes that person drunker than they want to get.
Yes, exactly.
Or than they can safely get.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's genius. Human nature is a mess. It's a mess, guys. Filthy mess.
Especially in Germany.
Yeah.
All right. So we have dog updates. Obviously, the big one is that we had to say goodbye to Chief Brody.
Yeah.
We we've been talking about how he's been declining, and there was nothing really catastrophic that happened. He just kept declining and eventually declined.
Yeah, I mean, we sort of got a diagnosis that just helped sort of connect things. That there's this syndrome called GLORP, and it's a paralysis that connects laryngeal paralysis with back leg paralysis. Like the nerves are basically getting banged up.
Yep.
But that's why he couldn't really bark, and he would hork.
He'd make that monster sound
more and more frequently. He was doing that a lot, and it
it's
affects
they
his
can't
pyloric valve
all the way.
too. Yeah. And in addition to not having less and less capability to use his back legs, he really was just being propped up on those.
Yeah, and then one of them clearly was sorer than the other, and he was kind of holding it off to the side, but the one left didn't work very well.
And then he also was limping again on his front foot.
Yeah, didn't want to eat breakfast.
Yeah.
But the kind of key for us is like the night before he was up all night panting. Like he couldn't get comfortable. And I think part of it's probably some dementia. Like he was confused and sort of anxious, but he was also clearly uncomfortable. And that, that's not always the end, but often it's a sign of the end.
It's not something we want him to be living through, is being anxious and like hurting all night. That's not good.
Yeah. So it was, it was like in the morning, we were like, it's probably close to time. And then, every half hour it'd be like, it's probably time, isn't it? Like maybe tonight, maybe 7. All right, it's definitely time.
Yeah. The fact that he didn't really eat his breakfast was a bit of a additional piece of evidence.
Yeah.
You know how I feel about food.
You even had goodies in there.
I know, well, not as many as I would have. I mean, I could have jammed more food in him, but does it help if he's otherwise feeling crappy? That's the thing, right?
No, that's right. I mean, when they don't eat, it's because they don't want to eat.
It's such a tough calculation.
So he did eat snacks, so he had some snacks, and when we brought him to the vet, we brought some chocolate, and we purloined their squeezed cheese, and then they were like, oh, we're having a Cinco de Mayo potluck, and so they brought him a bowl of carnitas, which he loved, and then they made him a plate of carnitas tacos. I took a video of him eating the tacos. I shared it with the Patreons.
He was very happy getting just like all the dinners at the vets.
He had, interestingly, exactly the same reaction to that chocolate bar that Hops did. Which he was like, what is this? It's so good.
Where has this been all my life?
Yeah. He ate the whole thing. Giant chocolate bar.
He absolutely loved that chocolate. Yeah. It was like a flavor explosion.
Yep. So he had a good send off.
Yeah. It's a gap, right? There's a hole here now.
Yep.
He was a big presence, and even though he slept, most of the time, at the end, he was a island of calm in this sea of chaos that you guys have created.
Mm-hmm.
Knuckleheads.
But we are not going to get another dog anytime in the near future. We have no plans to.
Yeah, the puppies are really sucking up a lot of attention.
We have felt for a while that like we had a little bit too many dogs, and so 4 or 5 will probably be more manageable given how life is these days.
Yeah. And it's, when people have asked, like, do the other dogs notice? Are they mopey or anything? They're definitely not mopey. I mean, they're little brains. And I mean, Ella doesn't have his face to lick anymore, so she's licking like Remy's face now.
She's looking for another face to lick. Yes. She's like, this was my soothing thing and it's not here anymore. Will it work on another dog?
Yeah, but I don't think there's too much. They know he's going to a good place. He's up there hanging out with everyone else, jumping around, swimming.
Yep.
Eating all the time.
Yep.
He's at the buffet. He's just buffeting. And then he goes floating around in whatever setup they have up there.
Indeed.
I understand the comfort in religion.
So that's the Brody update.
Yeah. He had 5 good years with us. And when we got him at 9, given what he'd been through, we wouldn't have thought 5 years.
No.
He was already an old dog, and had a rough time of it. They made him very unhappy. So he had 5 really good years.
Yep. We're lucky we got him all fixed up. But yeah, I think I'm still, I was telling a couple of people that I was texting yesterday, like, there's always this guilty feeling of relief when it's been time for a while. I mean, I don't think we waited super too long with him. Like, he was still having good days, and this was like the first, like, it's not going to get any better and is not good day. But it's been, we've talked about it on the podcast and with each other, like, this has been coming for a long time, right? And so then when it's like, okay, it's time, like, there's always some kind of relief with it that you're not, like, waiting for it anymore. But I don't know, that always makes me feel guilty too, to feel kind of relieved that, like, we're not waiting for it anymore.
I'm not going to, like, doctor with you ever. You'll be like, it's time, isn't it, doctor? Isn't it?
Not helping me, Ingo.
He's been limping a lot lately, Doc. Doctor, he was awake last night.
You're just trying to make me feel worse about all this?
No. When you put me down, it'll be fine. It'll be for the right reasons.
You guys.
I think
find yourself a supportive husband, not one like Ingo.
Oh, you're going to kill me now?
Jesus Christ, man.
Are you admitting it?
Okay.
I think we made the right decision. I think it's a really hard process, and we don't have a crystal ball, and we don't have, we can't talk to him, but it's our responsibility to not be sort of drag him through a miserable life any longer. And I think he had enough good days that we hadn't. I don't think we were too late. I think it was time.
Okay. Do you want to talk about Ella's birthday?
Yeah. You mean the fact that I almost missed it?
Well, no. Why don't you tell the whole story?
That we were gone.
Yeah.
And then I got emails from the vet and from Chewy saying, congratulations on Mozzarella's birthday. It's her birthday. You get 20% off. This, whatever. And I was like, oh, interesting. This was not on my calendar. But that's normal for me. And then I texted you, and you were like, I think it's on the 14th. Why do I think it's on the 14th of May?
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know. I mean, let me go back to the source, because, I mean, the fact that it's in, like, multiple vet records, they just take it over from each other, right?
Yeah.
Like, no one's independently. So I went back to the original purchase agreement, and it says May 3rd.
No, I was just wrong.
She was one. She didn't say anything. I don't know, because she can't count. But then she got her waffle, and everyone had waffles, and she seemed quite pleased with the whole process.
As they generally are.
The whipped cream is a big selling point.
I think a lot of these dogs would be happy with just like a full plate of whipped cream.
I know. It's a lot easier to make than waffles too. Yeah. I just get it out of the fridge and go. Yeah. Hi.
Do you have any other dog updates?
I mean, both Ella and Zola are healing well, although Ella has slight scabbing of her incision, because she's definitely not taking it easy.
Mm-hmm.
But Zola swum again, and she seems fine. I think Ella did jump in the water yesterday.
She snuck in.
She did, so we rinsed her off and I shampooed her. She seems fine.
Yep.
She seems fine. She didn't leak. She didn't, take all the water in.
That's good.
Yeah. And she looks really skinny with the shaved waist. It's a fashion tip for dogs. If you shave all the
her
fur,
belly's shaved
all
from
the fur off, they can have a waspy waist.
A waspy waist?
Waspy waist.
Oh.
That's a German thing. Wespentaille. Sorry, it's German.
I don't think we have that. Now that you say it, like, that's right. They do have that real little spot.
Yeah, I mean, it's ridiculous, right? But it's Wespentaille. Yeah.
That's funny.
So she has that right now, but it's fake. As is probably fake, and it's fake anywhere.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they're all doing fine. Yeah.
Good.
Doofuses.
It's time for Taste of the Keys.
All right.
Big crime news out of the Keys.
Lots of crime news.
Well, yeah, there is lots of crime news, but like the big one is there was a shooting in the Keys.
I know.
There was a fight outside of a bar at like 4 a.m. and
Key West.
in Key West, and one group of guys was sort of smacking around another group of guys. 2-time Pulitzer Prize winning journalist Gwen Filosa is on top of it, and top friend of the squad, Gwen Filosa, now has a Substack. So if you want your Taste of the Keys into your inbox, you can subscribe at gwenfilosa.substack.com.
Wow.
I know.
Has she put that on her Instagram?
Like she and I just set it up yesterday.
Oh, so maybe just now.
It's brand new.
Okay, great.
But she is well sourced in Key West, and someone sent her a video of the fight that was happening. And so the two groups, and it's not like a super violent fight.
They slapped the guy's butt.
Yeah.
I mean, it's embarrassing, but like it's not like.
And nobody's
vicious.
yelling. Nobody seems, it's not nice, right? But then everybody's just kind of walking away.
Yeah.
And apparently the guy who was getting smacked around went and got a gun and came back and shot a bunch of times at the group who was smacking him around. One guy got hit in the leg, but another guy got hit like 4 times, I think once in the head, and they had to airlift him to Miami.
But that's it, right? No one shot at him or anything.
Nobody shot at him.
One
No,
guy shooting at a bunch of other guys.
They were all just walking away, right?
Yeah.
And then he went and got the gun, allegedly, and came back. And the video does not have the shooting. The video is just the fight before. But he apparently came back and fired at the.
It's ridiculous.
Group of guys.
So it wasn't actually like a gunfight or anything, or shots exchanged. It's just one guy went nuts.
Yeah, and it sounds like he was super drunk, at least based on what people said.
Yeah.
People said that and I think the cops even said like he smelled like alcohol. And it's 4 a.m. outside of it. I don't know that they were drinking at the bar or not, but.
Nothing good happens after midnight, and you're not sober at 4 a.m. I mean, rarely are you sober at 4 a.m.
Unless you're up for the day.
In Key West, that's right.
Yeah.
Even then, you might not be sober.
No, that's true. So anyway, if you want to see the video and get the updates, gwenfilosa.substack.com.
Yep.
And you can get Taste of the Keys into your mailbox.
Gwen is kicking butt.
She is a great, great local reporter.
Mm-hmm. I will subscribe. In case anyone needed motivation to subscribe, I'm subscribing.
I also have subscribed. So, pretty good. All right, it's time for German Word of the Week.
Okay. German word of the week is Sitzfleisch.
You may have done Sitzfleisch.
Get out.
All right, now I got to go consult the wiki.
Oh, see, this should be AI.
All right. I mean, it means sit flesh. Sitzfleisch, you did it June 26, 2023.
2023, that was a different time.
In our Goodbye to Hops episode. So maybe for some reason you think about butts when we're saying goodbye to a dog. I don't know.
Butt meat.
Yeah.
I'll think of a different one.
You did it already. Sitzfleisch.
Yeah. Yeah, it means the ability to just stay somewhere.
Yeah, you did it already.
All right.
We know from June 23rd, 2023.
Okay. Did I do Muntermacher?
Munter.
Yeah,
you did it on March 30th, 2025, 3 episodes ago.
My notes are not very updated. How about Liebeskummer? Not Kummerspeck.
No, Kummerspeck you did. Liebeskummer, that means like love.
Sadness.
Wait. Oh.
Speck is the weight.
Speck is the bacon. Love, sadness. Liebeskummer.
Yeah.
Liebeskummer.
Yeah.
Is that like you're lovesick?
Can be. It's often like heartbreak. Like Liebeskummer is if someone dumped you, or if you are pining after someone, or someone.
Love, sadness.
It's usually, it's unhappiness because you're in love.
Yeah.
Happens for so many reasons.
It does. That's true.
It's usually either unrequited or not developed or not mutual enough, or I don't know. But ich habe Liebeskummer, that's a classic sort of, sigh. Ich habe Liebeskummer.
You know the solution.
What is it?
Saufen.
Saufen, weil ich Liebeskummer habe.
Saufen is to get drunk. Ich saufe mich. And I bring it up only because I was in D.C. walking around this weekend, and there's a bar called Saufhaus. Yes. Saufhaus, which is just like the drunk house. Which I was like, that's a great name. I don't know. And it's like on Connecticut Avenue or something.
I will definitely be going to the Saufhaus.
Saufhaus, we're definitely going to go.
The name alone. It better have beer.
I know. It better. All right. Liebeskummer.
Mhm.
Ich saufe mich, weil ich Liebeskummer habe. Ja?
Ich besaufe mich.
Ich besaufe mich.
Bedrinking myself.
I like that. Ich besaufe mich, weil ich Liebeskummer habe.
Ja.
Ich besaufe mich. I like that. I like the little BE preface. I mean, it makes sense sort of in English, right? Like we say, like
drinking myself.
Yeah, I've been drinking. Like that kind of makes sense in
yeah,
English.
I mean, it's a very reflexive, idea, right? Yeah, I'm doing it to myself.
Ich besaufe mich.
Yeah, nobody's making you.
Weil ich Liebeskummer habe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. Okay, good. It's time for Ingo Corner, where you say whatever you want, and I don't tell you that it's boring.
I should really organize my thoughts better and do the stuff that you think is boring.
Do you know there's a Facebook group that, like Facebook, what a nightmare that platform is for me these days. Like I go there because I have like 3 high school friends that post there and I want to see what they're doing.
Well, that's what a lot of people do.
I know. But like 90% of what it shows me is this like algorithmically generated like bullshit and like random stuff from groups.
Slop.
And then like stuff that like I can't help watching. There's like the guy who mows like the overgrown lawns
for other people randomly.
Yeah, just a time lapse of him turning this overgrown house into like a neatly
It's very satisfying.
God, I can watch that shit forever.
Satisfying.
It's not great content though. I mean, like good on that guy. He's doing great stuff. But like this is not the best way for me to spend my intellectual energy. But there's a Facebook group that I'm not a member of, but it keeps showing me the content of called the Dull Men's Club. And it's very funny.
This is actually they're self-professed dull men.
Yes, and they post about things that like they're clearly excited about that would be considered mundane. They always end the post with like their shoe size.
Ooh, that's interesting.
And I think you would actually love the Dull Men's Club.
I think
content.
Most men would. I mean, I think most things are interesting to most men. I mean, I'm getting into, 11th century British history these days. God. The Rest is History podcast with like 2 British guys talking about, Hrothgar and Alfred the Great and all the British stuff leading up to the Battle of Hastings, which is very cool. I like history.
Yes, you do.
I don't know why. It's very soothing to me because it's already happened, I think. Anyway, it's very funny.
I want to read you a post from the Dull Men's Club.
Okay, good.
Okay.
See how excited I get?
Yeah, no, I think you're going to like it. I'm going to read you 2. The first one is a picture of roughly a dozen jars of mayonnaise.
Okay.
In a sink.
Okay.
Why would someone post it? I took this photograph a few years ago in the state of Maryland in the United States of America. Subsequently, I have chosen to post it on Facebook on the 5th of May every year. My friends look forward to it, so they say. Male, 67, shoe size 10, U.S., no banana, as it would detract from the photo. They often put in a banana for sale. It's a Cinco de Mayo.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
I knew you'd like that.
May the 5th. That's very good.
This guy says, I reduced the hotel queue waiting times for Pancake Station by 25%. Being a frequent user of the pancake bar, I noticed the main bottleneck was the location of the Nutella pot. It was adjacent to the pancakes. People would get pancakes and then stand in the same spot to apply Nutella. This led to long queues. Here in this image, you can see, as I suggested to the head chef, that the Nutella pot is moved down the pancake production line to improve the flow. Now people acquire their pancakes and keep moving down the line before taking the timely step to apply Nutella, which is time-consuming. But now during that time, the person behind them can get their pancakes ready. Furthermore, people not wanting Nutella on the pancakes, whoever those weirdos are, can grab their pancakes and leave without being beholden to the Nutella lovers.
This is genius.
My work here is done. Joe, 38, acute pancake addict.
Is he cute?
You would love this group. There you go.
That sounds genius, except I wouldn't enlist hotel staff. That's very weird. I would just move the freaking Nutella. and then continue my studies. I mean, I wouldn't even need to study it. I would know that I've made it better. Sight unseen. This is a good... I don't want to be drawn into Facebook, but this seems like a good use of people's time.
This guy took a wooden pallet and leaned it up against the wall, and then he puts like his brooms and shovels and stuff in there so they don't fall over. Look, Inga's like leaning over to see the picture.
Yeah, the pallet. That's good. Yes, it's like a stand up, like an umbrella holder.
So Ingo Corner is kind of like the Dullman's Club of this podcast.
My shoe size is 11 and a half. U.S.
U.S.
No banana.
Banana for scale.
For scale. That makes good sense to have it for scale. So smart. Everybody knows how big a banana is.
Oh, my God.
You don't have any giant bananas or super mini bananas.
All right. Well, I've taken over Ingo Corner. Is there anything you'd like to say?
This is very funny.
I knew you'd like it.
Anything I'd like to say? I appreciate all the listeners and comments and mailings and everything that we've been getting.
Oh, I do have a belated administrative corner item.
Yeah, good. I love administrative corner, even when it's belated.
I know you do.
I do not judge.
No, I just want to say thank you to everybody who donated to the Golden Ratio Foundation in honor of CB today. We didn't say anything about that, but a bunch of people did, and it was very nice and generous and lets us take care of all our crazy dogs, but also some other people's dogs that we help out.
Yep. And friends. It's for golden retrievers and their friends.
And their friends. Yeah. Only dog friends.
Well, yes.
We're not like
right.
giving
we're not
people money from the foundation.
No. No, that's ridiculous. They already have money. They're people.
All right. Any last comments?
No. Thanks everyone who loved CB as much as we did.
Indeed. And thanks everyone for listening. And until next time, Slava Ukraini, and don't put anyone unless they ask you to.
That's right.
Bye.
Bye.